Hey there and welcome. Today, we're going to build up your conversation toolkit. We're going to focus on two topics that honestly can unlock small talk with pretty much anyone, anywhere: the weather and, you guessed it, your own day. So let's jump right in. You know that feeling, right? You want to chat with someone, maybe a coworker or a new acquaintance, but your mind just goes blank. Well, the good news is you've always got two perfect conversation starters ready to go: what's happening outside and what's happening in your day. Let's break down how to use them.
So, here's our game plan. First, we'll touch on why small talk is so important. Then, we're diving deep into decoding the weather forecast and all the words that go with it. After that, we'll switch gears and practice talking about your day. And finally, we'll get you ready to put it all into practice.
So let's start with the why. Why are these topics so incredibly powerful? Well, it's because they're universal. I mean, literally everyone experiences weather, and everybody has a daily routine. Getting comfortable with these is really the first step to feeling more confident and natural in any conversation. And you know what the best part is? You're already an expert on this stuff. You live it every single day. All we're doing here is giving you the right words and phrases to share those experiences with other people. All right, let's open up that toolkit and pull out our first tool: talking about the weather. It is the ultimate icebreaker because it connects all of us, no matter what's going on in our individual lives.
First up, a word you're going to hear all the time: forecast. Super simple. It's just a prediction of what the weather is going to do. Think of it like the weather schedule for the next few hours, or maybe even the whole week.
Now, let's talk about the rain itself, because not all rain is created equal, right? Drizzle is that super light rain. It's almost like walking through a mist. It's often not quite enough for a huge umbrella, but just enough to be, well, a little annoying. And on the total opposite end of that, you have a thunderstorm. This is way more intense. Just remember, lightning is the bright flash of light you see, and thunder is that loud, booming sound you hear a little later. And yeah, thunderstorms almost always mean heavy, heavy rain. And then you've got hail. Now, don't mix this up with snow. Snow is soft and fluffy. Hail, not so much. It's actual small, hard balls of ice falling from the sky. And if they're big enough, they can definitely cause some damage. So you can see the huge difference here. A drizzle is a minor inconvenience. You can probably still go about your day. But a thunderstorm, that's a major event. It changes your plans. It's a find a safe spot inside kind of weather. So how do you describe the whole feeling of a day with bad weather? Dreary is such a perfect word for it. It just captures that dull, gray, kind of blah feeling that comes along with a rainy day. Okay, so we've got the different types of weather down, but how do we talk about what's going to happen? Weather is all about possibilities, so let's look at the language people use to talk about what might be on the way. You've definitely seen a percentage like this on a weather app or on the news. This number just tells you the chance or the probability of something happening. So a 60% chance of rain means it's, well, more likely to rain than not. And here's what that looks like in the real world. A low chance, like 10%, means you can probably take a risk and leave your umbrella at home. But when you see a really high chance, like 95%, yeah, you're going to want to grab it before you head out the door. Besides precipitation, the other big thing is temperature. You'll always hear about the high and the low. The high is simply the warmest it's going to get all day, and the low is the coldest it will be, which is usually late at night. Knowing both helps you figure out if you need to bring a jacket. Now, this is a phrase you should always take seriously. A severe weather warning isn't just a casual forecast. It's an official alert that means there's a potential for dangerous conditions. It's a real signal to pay close attention and be careful. All right, we have officially added weather to our toolkit. Now let's grab our second tool: talking about your day. This is where a conversation can get a little more personal, and you get to share a little piece of your life with someone. You know, the easiest way to talk about your day is to just break it into 3 simple parts. Think of it like a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end. You've got your morning, your afternoon, and your evening. And here's what that looks like in action. The morning is all about getting started. The afternoon is usually where the main events happen: work, school, errands. And the evening is your time to wind down, have some dinner, and get ready for the next day. Here is a perfect, simple, natural sentence you could use. But the real key is to make it your own. How would you change this for your life? Maybe for you, it's I usually grab a coffee around 2:30. See? It's an easy way to share something about your afternoon. Evenings are just full of these little details that are actually perfect for conversation. You could mention what you cooked for dinner, or that you went for a walk, or what book you're reading. Sharing these small moments is what makes a conversation feel real and interesting.
So, we've now officially loaded up your toolkit. You've got the language for talking about the weather, and you've got a simple framework for describing your day. Now comes the most important step, actually using these tools.
And remember, every single expert was a beginner once. Seriously, practicing with these simple, everyday topics is how you build a strong foundation. The more you do it, I promise, the more confident and natural you're going to feel in all of your conversations. So, here's my challenge for you. What is one new sentence you will try to use today? Maybe you'll mention the forecast to a friend or tell a coworker about your morning routine. Just pick one thing and put your new toolkit to work. You've totally got this.